Hey Moral Gamers, welcome back. We're taking a look at Capcom Fighting Evolution, also known as Capcom Fighting Jam in Japan. And this game comes at you for PlayStation 2 and Xbox Classic. How's this going to stack up? We'll find out. First things first, did you ever grow up in the arcade like I did? I mean, growing up in an arcade, we were always waiting for Capcom to push out another fighting game. First we saw Street Fighter 2 and everyone was like, yoink, I gotta play this! And then we had Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2. And all the Street Fighter 2 iterations. Then they moved on and said, hey, we can do Children of the Atom, X-Men, awesome! And then they said, we can do horror movie creatures, Darkstalkers, awesome! And they started doing things like that, where eventually they had the Marvel license, they threw a ton of stuff out there, and pretty much you couldn't sneeze without falling near a Capcom fighting game. But now, this is where this game tries and tries and tries. It basically takes 5 different Capcom fighting games and blends them into one super title. So 5 different Capcom fighting games. The benefit of that is that you have rosters from games that you may or may not have played. The downside is 3 of those games are Street Fighter. Yeah, you get Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, and Street Fighter 3. Really guys, you couldn't have thought of other games? Well, they give you Darkstalkers, and who out there has heard of Red Earth? I didn't think so. Yeah, not many people know what Red Earth was. It was apparently a mid-90s release. It's got a weird, messed up fighting system. The only thing I really like about it is it's got a freaking T-Rex, dude. You can play as a T-Rex. It's kind of fun. But, yeah, no one's heard of Red Earth, so let's move on. Now, the upside of this game is that, yeah, it tries to introduce you to, different fighting systems, give you an idea of how the games are balanced out. Sounds good. The problem with that is that each character is locked into their fighting system. So if you've ever played Capcom versus SNK, that game basically took and let you choose characters, and then after you chose your characters, you choose what fighting system you wanted. And the fighting systems were balanced. Because if you like, say, the Street Fighter 2, the original Street Fighter 2 fighting system, you could do that. You could try the Alpha series, you could try the Street Fighter 3 series. Or, on the SNK side, Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters 97, King of Fighters 99. You had your choice. Figure out what works for you in systems. This one is if I choose a Darkstalker, I'm locked into the Darkstalker's fighting system. Means I can do down attacks, air blocks, and I can do some of the other chain combos and stuff. Which, cool, awesome. But if I choose a Street Fighter 2 character, I'm locked into that archaic, really rugged Street Fighter 2 style of fighting, which wasn't easy and put you at a lot of disadvantages. If I'm locked into Red Earth, I get completely screwed because I've never played the game, and the manual doesn't do a great job of explaining the Red Earth fighting system, so you're going to pretty much have to look it up. So yeah, that's basically what it is in a nutshell. But the question, of course, is if this game is right for you. And with a cast of only 21 characters, that's 4 from each of the 5 games, plus Ingrid, who's unique to the title, it really doesn't measure up to what we've come used to in Capcom's rosters. I mean, especially given the fact that Capcom vs. SNK had, at minimum, 20 Capcom characters. And then you have some of the Marvel vs. series and whatnot, and those had over 30 characters. Capcom could have done a much better job, and the rosters themselves, I mean, Darkstalkers alone, which was a favorite of mine. You only have the Mummy Man, you have the Vampire, the Cat Chick, who barely gets dressed in the morning, and the Uber Demon. You could have put the Frankenstein dude in, or the Werewolf, or other characters that were much better to play with, much more fun. Whatever. I'm sorry, Capcom, but you're actually one of the first major companies to be awarded our prestigious Shovel of Shame. The way they balanced this game out, and the way they actually just kicked it out with a whole bunch of characters, even the sprites, by the way, the sprites looked like they came from the original games. Except for the Street Fighter 2 characters, they actually used the alpha sprites in that. But you can definitely see a difference in art styles, and they don't even try to hide it. This is definitely poor production quality. Come on, Capcom. This is not what we've come to expect from you guys. You can do way better. Morally speaking, though, this game definitely has martial arts violence. I mean, yeah, sure, if you want martial arts violence, who cares? But then you also have to consider the fact that the game has demonology in it. Many of the Darkstalkers are actually demons in some way, shape, or form. You have magic usage, and Bison and Rose tend to use psychokinetic energy magic to attack people. And okay, yeah, if you got issues with those, then yeah, definitely something that you wouldn't want to play with your kids. In addition to that, we got Felicia the cat chick. She doesn't quite know how to dress herself in the morning. Going out like that definitely is beyond suggestive themes. I think that's not even trying. Not even trying. So, morally speaking, I would not recommend this game. Again, it's a Shovel of Shame winner, so that's a certain knock against it. Even if you could look past the morals, I certainly do not recommend this one.